Hey there, boys and girls. Today we'll be doing the Defiance of Fate, the Lightning Tyrant. Quite a mouthful. I beat this guy this morning while I was on my first break at work. I got number 291 overall, which isn't too bad. I really like the Hall of Fame system for this. I hope that Gimme adds these bosses periodically throughout the year. I like the notion of this a lot. I like the fact that there's really no reward to this other than bragging rights, so it kind of lets them make the boss like super duper hard, because you don't feel bad that you couldn't beat it, because the only thing you're getting really is an emblem. The missions are use no items, evoke carbuncle, and use no more than 10 limit bursts. We'll be taking Aurora Fryevia friend. Up first we got Fit as our breaker. Kryla is a lot better than Fit at this trial because Kryla can seal lots of elements. We'll get into that in just a minute. Kryla is limited, so we're going to make Summer Fiend and Lid work. Lots of hit points, lots of spirit. She's status immune. Charlotte's going to be a magic tank. I didn't really do anything specific with my resist. She's just status immune. She's got lots of hit points and spirit. Ignis is going to be our buffer for this one. I did put Summer Whip on Ignis. The reason being is the third boss has these little sigils, and there's certain elements, and you have to hit them with that element to seal them, or else the boss does a whole lot of damage to you. So I thought it was a lot easier to just use the Summer Whip. That's what I was saying about Kryla. Like, Kryla can pretty much seal any element on that encounter, so she makes it pretty easy. Other than that, you're just going to have to, you know, probably equip your units with lots of different ways to afflict, you know, certain elements, so you can hopefully seal them. Folka is going to be our tank and healer for this one. Now that we've got the Moogle Charm in the game, it's going to open up a lot more of these creative uses of tanks. I did put the Sea Dragon STMR on Folka to get the 100% dodge. I do think Sea Dragon is probably the #1 STMR in the game now as far as defensive STMR goes. Then we got Aurora Fryevia as our damage unit. We went all out on this one. She's got some Demon Killer on. She's on Diablos, high attack, high magic. I didn't really pay attention to her survivability stats, so whatever she got along the gearing process is all we did there. Elmsmore set us up a Fryevia as well. Lots of attacks, got some Demon Killer on. He's using a bow build, which is really nice. So yeah, that's about that. Folka's got Carbuncle for the mission credit. Other than that, the Espers are negligible as far as like what kind of utility we're going to get out of them. Give it a go. So the first two fights are like fight 1, fight 2 from last week on the fixed party fights. So nothing really new here, except the fact that we get to use our good units on them. Geared how we want. We'll get Fid to give us an LB gain and break the boss. We'll get Charlotte to do some magic cover. We'll get Ignis to start cooking. We'll get Folka to do status immunity. Man, it's way down here. Go ahead and do that, and we'll power up Fryevia. The reason I picked Fryevia for this fight is she can get her own imbue. She can get a really nice imperil. So she's really a self-contained unit. Bartz is another good unit that you could use on this one. You know, Elena, Rain, etc. would work just fine. They're just going to need a little special help. I didn't like Rain as much for this fight because he's an LB-centric unit. I wanted to go for a unit that didn't use LBs. That way, if I needed to, you know, use Charlotte's Limit Burst or Fid's Limit Burst, I didn't feel hamstrung by doing so. Another common theme you're going to see with this one is counters. This boss does a shit ton, or Charlotte will do a shit ton of counters during this. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and get Fryevia ready to rock and roll. We'll do Radiance, we'll do Luster for the Imbue and Brilliance. Radiance, Luster, and Brilliance. Go ahead and send that off. Let's see, with Charlotte, we'll get Knight's Command. Do a little magic mitigation. We'll use Fid's Beach House Break, basically for the LB fill. And then Ignis is going to give us, let's see, a good stat buff and some resistances. Actually, let's go ahead and do resistances and mitigation. I think that's more important. It was repeat with Folka. Charlotte gave us a defense and spirit buff and magic mitigation, so general mitigation and resistances I feel like is probably a little bit better. But I think turn 2 is pretty tame on this. Yeah, there's some dark attacks. Nothing too bad there. Everything goes according to plan. We should be able to take out the boss on this turn. We'll do Brilliance times 3. He should go to 1%. Good deal. Alright, now what's going to happen is the boss is going to fully mana drain you. So, you know, what you do on this turn, largely irrelevant. We'll do just a heal here. You know, really, Ignis don't have anything to do. Let's defend Charlotte. Repeat the Polka. This is like the Kefka fight. We're going to go up and fight another boss, and eventually fight another boss. There went all of our mana. How sad. That was the primary reason I brought Folka. You know, she's got that teardrop that can just, like, give you all the MP in the game. Super, super handy. Lena would work as well. She's got a 0 MP cooldown that she could do. We'll do teardrop times 2. That's kind of important what you're doing here. Let that MP fill up. With Ignis, we're going to use his buff on this turn. Then we're going to use Charlotte's Limit Burst, and with Fid, I'm going to do LB gain, and I'm going to break the boss. Now, the way you seal this guy to stop him from dispelling you is to hit him with 2 different elements. Unfortunately, we can't do that on turn 1, so we're just he's going to dispel himself, but it's not that bad. Should be fine. Let's go ahead and get powered up. Another reason I like Fryevia, she's very, very mana efficient. There's the dispel. And then he's going to nuke us a little bit. He's got that flame storm, a dark attack. You know, he's got some single target stuff. Could be pretty good. Alright, you can see right here the full dispel. So what we're going to do with Charlotte this turn is we're going to have her use her ice attack. And we're going to use Fid's Limit Burst, that's 1. And then we'll power up our Fryevia. There we go. Let that ice hit go off. So he's still locked at 79%, just like on the first version. We'll do our cooking this turn. And we'll get Polka to give us immunity. There we go. So he's going to do Molten Blast a lot, and that Black Misery. And he's going to buff himself. I'm not sure how he does his buffing priority still. I never did look at the data mine on this boss, so kind of out on that. Let's see what kind of buffs he's got going on. That's not too bad. Alrighty, he's got resistance to magic. He's got, looks like full elemental immunity, or buffs. Fully immune, I don't guess. Let's do a Dispel and a Kiraga. We'll get Fit to break again. That's our second Limit Burst. And with Fryevia, that's what I was saying, it's really nice that she can get her own Imperil. We'll do an Imperil and then 2 Brilliances. Okay, let's see where our damage is at. Yep, really, really nice damage. We'll hit the boss again with Ice. That way he doesn't dispel himself. And then Ignis. Let's see here. Give us a resist buff. And then, let's see, we got our all stat buff up already. Guess we'll do an LB fill. Boss should do some pretty good damage this turn. If your damage, if your damage dealers die or any of your units die on this turn right here, because we're going to go for a kill next turn, make sure they have disease immunity up. You don't want your units diseased going into the final fight. It's really important. Killing stance is the boss's buff. Their flame storm. That's good. You know, it's good that none of our units died, so we get to keep our disease buff. My Folka does regen 60 MP right there. So if you're, you know, say your Fryevia dies, Fid had the re-raise from her cooldown break, so you know your character's not going to be out on that turn. But like I said, my Folka regens 60 MP, and let's see, her disease buff, Sobering Waters, costs 58 MP, so you would be good right there. All you would do is like Teardrop 1 and then use the Sobering Waters, but since nobody died on my team, we'll just go ahead and Teardrop twice. And then basically we're going to get, we're going to take the boss to 1% right here. We'll use First Flight, I guess. I think about anything would take this boss down. Go ahead and do that. Okay, he's out now. We're going to take the rest of our characters and try to, you know, get as much MP on board as we can. So forth and so on. Make sure we're healed up. Restore HP and MP. You want to go into this last fight, like I said, with disease immunity, and you want to have Charlotte's Limit Burst up. Turn 1 on this next fight is going to be kind of tough for Charlotte. She should be fine though. We geared her up really well. Alrighty, the little orby guys right there are those sigils I was telling you about. The boss has some preemptive damage that he does. You've got to hit them with, I guess, whatever element they're weak to, like water on this one, and then this one right here is fire. That's why I was saying like Kryla is really good, because she can do a lot of that stuff. We're going to use Rainbow Whip on Ignis though for that. We'll use Charlotte's Limit Burst. We'll get Fid to use an LB, Fill, and Ultimate Siesta to break the boss. Right, I did that right, didn't I? LB, Fill, Siesta. Our Fryevias are looking pretty good as far as MP goes, so we can go ahead and power them up. On buttons. Send that off. And we'll get immunity with Folka. You can see a big difference in damage taken if you seal those sigils. I had a hard time surviving until I started doing that. So when you sell them properly, like I said, they die and they come back and they're different elements. Like it looks like we've got ice and wind now. Yep. Getting kind of hungry. Whoa! Yeah, you gotta get these guys. Sure. Counter those too. Okay. Now let's check the boss. He's got all kinds of elemental resist up. That's not good, we don't want that. We use dual white again. Spell. Heal. Okay, everybody, make sure we got the boss targeted. Alright. Let's go Peril, Imbue, Chain. Okay, this off. some decent damage. Charlotte is going to use Knight's Command. And let's see. Ignis. Oh, I should have broke the boss first. Ignis is just going to use the Rainbow Whip. We'll get fed to break the boss. I should have done that first. We could have got a little bit more damage turn 1, but no big deal. The hard part of this is over with now. Yep. That's a lot of elemental attacks. Yep. It's still happening. Got that blue wave. All right. You guys hang out with that. I'll be back in a little bit. Is she still countering? Yeah? Alright. How about now? Oh, still going, huh? Okay. Hey, look, still doing it. I made a sandwich. I'm telling you. Nothing beats a good old ham sandwich. I mean, it's been a long day. But them sigils are getting fucked up. Yep. Working as intended, boys. Anybody got any interesting New Year's resolutions? Holy shit, I can play the game. Well. Alright, let's check the boss. Looks like he's got all those resist up again. That's never any good. The spell. Heal. We'll break the boss this time. Don't know if we'll kill him because we didn't break him in the first place. You know, back 20 minutes ago. We'll see what kind of damage we got. That's good. Charlotte should still have a good cover. We'll go ahead and use Knight of Knights. I think we're fine, and then we'll use the kill Rainbow Whip, kill these boys off again. Could have even maybe defended Charlotte that turn if I was, you know, worried about her dying. But as long as you seal those sigils off, you should be really good. Yep. I'll tell you what. Got a bad feeling about this. Man. Yep. I'm telling you, we got the counterattacks in. Don't have to worry about that. This boss knows who the fuck Sacred Shield Charlotte is. Yep. Yeah, it's still happening. I haven't really thought about any New Year's resolutions for me yet. This is it's real damn interesting. Could go outside and wash my car. Nope. There we go. Just a few more. Oh boy. Damn, I'm telling you what. I'm gonna rename this girl the Energizer Bunny. Turned cold in Tennessee here lately. It was, you know, pretty mild during Christmas time. It was in like the 60s Christmas time, and then here lately it's just been cold and rainy. Which, I mean, it's to be expected. It's freaking January, for God's sakes. I remember when I was a kid, it used to snow so much here. It hardly snows anymore, which is kind of sad because I actually like a good snow, especially at Christmas time. I don't have many happy memories of Christmas here lately because, you know, can't seem to get white knight well, but here's what it is. Oh, well, okay. Check the boss out. He has no imperil, or elemental resist, so we'll go ahead and summon off Carbuncle, and we'll go ahead and get Brilliance ×3 ready. Make sure we got the boss targeted. We summon an Esper, we use less than 10 limit burst. Go ahead and do this. He's gone. Nice and easy. I'm not sure if you need to seal these guys again, but on the safe side, I like to do it. Let me know in the comments if you don't have to. Charlotte's good. That. We're good. Like that. Self-destruct. We win. All in all, it's pretty easy. Like I said, if you take a different DPS unit, just make sure that you're aware of how they do damage. Make sure if you take rain, you keep an eye on how many limit bursts you use and stuff like that. Because I want you to get all missions credit for doing it and whatnot. I don't think you really need to go super crazy on your magic tank for this one. I think on turn 1 of the third boss was the most dangerous turn for Charlotte. She went down to what, like 10,000 hit points. So you know you've got some wiggle room there as far as your magic tank goes. Like I said, if you got Kryla, I would probably use her in place of Summerfina and Lid. That just makes sealing those sigils much easier. If you don't have that, you know, you're going to have a unit dedicated to taking care of that. You know, you could use the Arc Arcana staff on Ignis and dual wield that with something else. That's, you know, you just have to kind of think it out a little bit. I took the easy route on this because, you know, I had the Rainbow Whip, and it's been like since Gilgamesh, I think, since I've actually used it in the video. So it's pretty good. All in all, not too bad. I like it. I definitely like these style of trials. Hope you guys liked the video. Pack a lunch if you do this, and have a good rest of the week. Toodaloo.